everybody? Welcome to the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Welcome. What up, Leonard? Let's go. Thanks for jumping, Leonard. And for stacking the likes. All right. Just hang out for a little bit before people come in. Excited? Mic's working. So if it's your first time here, welcome to the show. The show is about saving in Bitcoin so that whatever you're saving for is not getting diluted by how the government prints money. So money printer, go brrr. Every time the money printer gets turned on, the value that you have stored in the dollar becomes less. So it's like a hidden way of taxation, a hidden way to push out your saving goals and make you work harder for the same things, because the money you're making is worth less over time because they keep printing it. And when you keep printing something, it gets devalued. It gets less scarce. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the Why We Stack segment. But for now, let's jump into the set strength. Today the price of Bitcoin is $30,430, and for a single dollar, you can buy 3,287 Satoshis for a single dollar. And if you're walking down the street and you see a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 32.86 Satoshis. So a single penny right now can buy you almost 33 Satoshis. As the dollar continues to inflate, you'll be able to afford less and less Satoshis for that same penny. Same thing goes for the dollar. $1 can buy this many SATs. As the purchasing power of the dollar diminishes, you'll be able to buy less and less SATs. Okay? So that's what we have. Now let's jump into hang out. Yeah, cool. So that's where we're at with that. As far as like the segment of the show where we talk about why we stack. Let's jump into why we stack actually. What's up? Welcome. If you're new here, say hello in the chat. And if it's your first time, if you don't have any Bitcoin, or actually it's your first time interacting with us in the chat, and you're looking for, and you don't have any Bitcoin, you're at zero. Today, I'll send you 1,000 SATs. So 1,000 fractions of a Bitcoin. You need 100 million Satoshis to make one whole Bitcoin. Okay, so if I send you 1,000 SATs, it's like around 30 cents. 30 cents worth of value. And they're actual legit Satoshis. It's like part of a Bitcoin. So it could be the beginning of you stacking. Okay. All right. So good. Let's move on. Today's Why We Stack segment. Let's talk a little bit about what I kind of talked about earlier when we just started, but let's jump into it right away. Why we stack segment. This is why we're even saving in Bitcoin. What's the point of the show? Right? What's the point of saving in Bitcoin? Right? We're saving in Bitcoin because if we save in dollars, saving in dollars is a leaky vessel. It's a leaky boat. Okay? The more that government spends, and it could be actual expenses, like they can actually finance things, or they can also issue credit to like banks that are failing. That issuance of credit creates new money, right? So it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. Both sides, Republicans and Democrats, spend, and they spend for different reasons. But the bottom line is that they spend. They try to distract you by saying, "Oh, they're doing this, and oh, they're doing that, and oh, vote for this, oh, vote for that." The best way I think right now to vote is with your money. When you take your money, you take the value that that dollar represents, and you extract it and put it into Bitcoin, a system that's inflation proof, that they can't print out of existence because it's a limited supply. You can never change how much Bitcoin is going to exist. As they increase the money supply, the dollar supply, the dollars that they're printing become weaker, right? And they need to do that because they need to pay back our debt, the government's debt. It needs to get paid back, and the way they do that is they inflate the money so they can pay it back with cheaper money, right? So, but that's costing us in the long run. It's costing us our future prosperity, right? And when you save the dollar, you're letting them take a little bit of that future prosperity. Also, you're letting them take away that value where it makes it difficult to save for anything. So when we save in Bitcoin, we take that power out of the government's hands, and they can't devalue the value you earned already. And in so doing, you kind of say, "Hey, I don't want you to spend money on that. I don't want you to spend the future prosperity of like generations and generations ahead. Like we're so far off. We spent so much of the future prosperity that I don't even know how we can catch up." So that's why we do it. And when you take the value that you take, and when you take the value and save it into Bitcoin, you're taking that value outside of that inflation system, and you're kind of gaining on two fronts. You're gaining because if you were to keep, you're gaining because you're not losing as much as people that are in the dollar or in things that are backed by the dollar, like real estate and stocks and stuff like that. Because those assets that are not the dollar, they have to perform really well, like way better than the rate of inflation to even just keep you at zero, to keep you at where you start, where you know, not losing. So at that rate, it just makes sense that if you save in Bitcoin, your goals will get to you. You'll be able to reach your goals faster because the whole money system is getting deflated, and by holding something that's outside of that inflationary system, it is going up in value relative to the money that's weakening. So if you're looking to buy something, like a big thing that's like in the future, or like a big expense that you need to save for, Bitcoin's a good way to do it, right? But then once you start saving in Bitcoin, and you realize how good of an asset it is, or how good it resists that inflation, you might reconsider, like, do I need that thing? Do I need to buy that thing that I was saving for? It's probably just better to keep this Bitcoin because it's going to keep going up in value based on its based on its past performance, because nothing has changed. The government will continue to print money, and as long as they keep doing that, it's going to keep devaluing the dollar, and your Bitcoin is going to be going up in value because it takes more weaker dollars to buy that same amount of Bitcoin, right? Anyway, same story, different angle, I guess. But that's why we stack, and that is the Why We Stack segment. Round of applause from the live studio audience. We have more people here in the live studio audience than people watching on stream, but that's how it is. It is how it is. All right. So in the show, we stack sats because I want to show you guys how easy it is to just give up your. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to give up smoking. It's not easy to give up your morning coffee at Starbucks, right? But for the amount of money you're spending on those things, you could be stacking sats. Okay, it doesn't. I know Bitcoin is at what, $30,000 $30,445 for one Bitcoin, and you look at it and you think to yourself, "Oh man, there's no way I can afford a Bitcoin. I'm not even interested. I'm not even gonna talk about it." Right? What up, Carl? Welcome. But understand that when you buy Bitcoin, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy fractions of a Bitcoin. You can buy Satoshis, and that is what the show is. That is what the title of the show is from. SATS, Satoshis. SATS is short for Satoshis. We stack SATS. We stack SATS because they're fractions of a Bitcoin. And eventually, down the line, your goal should be to attain one whole coin. If you can attain one whole coin, you're like way ahead of the curve, and it'll be you're like way ahead of the curve at that point, right? We're still so early in the process that even just owning about, I think it's like $1,800 worth of Bitcoin is like more than most people own, right? Anyway, my goal is a whole coin, and then my goal is actually 2 whole coins, one for each of my kids in the for them to inherit, right? So it seems attainable. Let's see how it goes. But I'm gonna just keep working towards it, stacking sats a little bit at a time whenever I can. Okay, cool. That was which segment we're on. Oh, so now let's jump into the stack recap. Stack recap. So let's see what our holdings are and how our position is doing in the Stack Sats show. Okay, we've spent $264.57 to buy 976,381 sats. Is today the day we become sat millionaires? Let's see. Our price is $30,449. So that means that, and our average price is $27,062. So since the price is above our average buying price, we're gonna buy only $10 worth of Bitcoin for this dollar cost average. We're gonna call it Bitcoin cost average. Okay. For our DCA, we're gonna spend $10. So it's gonna cost us $10.10. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna set up the screen. I'm gonna hit the buy button, and I'm gonna switch over to the screen when it's about to say stacked. You stacked with Swan. So if you're interested to see how we're stacking sats on the show, you can type an !Swan in the chat. We do it real quick, see if it works. Testing, see if the Nightbot's awake. Is the Nightbot awake? Let's see. Ooh, I need to check that. There it is. Cool. Okay, so that works. Here we go. If you want to stack sats like we stack sats, you can go to stacksatshow.com/swan. Let's get this ready for the stack segment. All right, here we go. It's time to stack some sats. I'll show you guys this part. Okay, my Swan Bitcoin account. I say buy instantly. I say $10. I'm gonna preview buy. Let me switch it real quick. Preview buy. Show me what I need to see. Back to the browser. Here we go. We're gonna stack. Don't fail me now. update our spreadsheet. We stack, baby. Let's go. All right. Here we are. Okay. So we stacked $10 and so we spent $10.10. Let's update the spreadsheet. So here we are. Today is 6/27/23. We bought at 30,577. 30,577. $10.10. 0.00032704. Okay, I'm gonna copy this formula. Change the color so it's easier to track these dates. 32,704 Satoshis. Is that enough to make us SAT millionaires? SAT millionaires, let's go. We're officially SAT millionaires in the show. Our portfolio. Put on the chill music because we're chilling. When we're stacking, we don't care about the price. We don't care about the gains or the losses. All we care about is having a position in Bitcoin and getting closer to one whole Bitcoin. As long as this number keeps going up, it doesn't matter what these numbers do. These numbers are a mirage because this will always get devalued. As you can see, our little experiment has only been going since 5/22, a little bit over a month, and we're not buying every day. We're a little bit over a month, and our gains are almost 12%, but we don't care about the gains. What I'm trying to show with this here is a reflection of the true inflation, right? Like right now, it's gonna be more wild. It's gonna be more up and down, the price, and that's okay. What's important is that over time, this will go up because the dollar is weakening, and it takes more dollars to buy the same amount of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is just like a money. Bitcoin is just like a little asset, right? It's not gonna. It doesn't create value, right? It is value. Does that make sense? Like it's like your house, right? Your house is going up in price. Your house is going up in cost. But is your house better now than it was 10 years ago? Is it? Isn't it older? Needs more repair. The paint's not as nice. The roof's probably not as nice as when it was first built. How is it that a old 30, 20-year-old home is worth a ton more right now, right? Compared to what it was worth a year ago, 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, right? All that is not stack those sats, right? It's not about the house all of a sudden giving you more value. The house is an asset. It's just a reflection of the dollar, right? It's not even a supply and demand for the value of the home, Carl. The home is still worth whatever the home is worth, but it takes more dollars to buy that same home because the dollar is weakening, right? It's wild. Well, I guess that's true. Everyone does want to live on the beach, but it takes. Let's look at it this way. It takes a portion. It takes a ratio of the money supply to buy an asset, to buy a home, for example, right? I'm kind of spitballing here. I'm not even 100% sure this is correct. But let's just pretend that it takes, we'll just give it a round number. In an imaginary world, in an imaginary scenario, it takes 10% of the money supply to buy a property next to the beach, right? And there's only $100. No, there's only 100 Carl bucks in that economy, right? So then 10% of that supply of money to buy that property is going to be $10 Carl bucks, right? Now Carl wants more money, so he decides to print 100 more Carl bucks. And now there's 200 Carl bucks. That's hard to say. Carl bucks in existence. And so the price of those goods seems to go up because now you need 20 Carl bucks to buy that same property, right? So as like a 2008 house on street over was 400K. Yep. Now over 900K. Okay. Perfect, Carl. Print my money. So how many in 2008? How many years is that? I need to see if I could. Yeah, dude. So in 15 years, that property's what, doubled? Yeah, pretty much. No, more than doubled, right? In 15 years, that property's gone up in value at least 100%, right? 110%. Did that property get better since 2008 or worse? Right? There is something to say about it being near the ocean, so that does play a factor in it. The supply and demand. The supply of homes near the ocean. But I bet in 2008, the money supply. Yeah, I know. In 2008, right before the housing, right before the banks crashed. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. Like in 2008, that was before like we had like the first quantitative easing, where they printed a ton of money, and they've continued printing ever since. Yeah, since 2008, the whole economy has been kind of wrecked. So, yeah, that house has gone up in value because we're printing so much money. Gas in 2002 was 99 cents. Yeah, dude. That's wild, right? 2002? It doesn't seem like that far off. So what's the real inflation rate of gas, right? So these different things have different inflation rates, right? And what they'll do to make you feel like inflation's not that bad is they don't include the price of homes in the CPI, and they also don't include the price of gas. They include other things in there that are easy to make, right? And then they even with gas is hard to make, gas is hard to produce, so it's going to reflect a more true inflation rate than, like, for example, if I made like for example a Netflix subscription, right? Like a Netflix subscription, it doesn't cost Netflix extra money to allow more people to stream it. It does cost them a little bit more money, but not as much as like creating something, right? Like if I create a widget, like a physical thing, or if I create a gas, oil. If I go and get oil out of the ground, it's expensive. You have to actually make it. You have to refine it and turn it into gasoline, right? So there's work, there's labor, there's difficulty in creating gasoline, right? Or fuel. And I can't just ramp it up without investing significantly into it, right? Well, that's gonna more accurately reflect inflation, right? Because it's gonna take, you can't just spin it up out of nothing. You gotta spend resources, people's energy to make it, right? But like a Netflix account, you can look at the price of Netflix and say, oh, it's only gone from like $9 a month to $15 a month over like the past, I don't know, 5 or 8 years. Even then, that's still pretty significant, right? But it doesn't cost Netflix anything extra, with the exception of a little bit more bandwidth, a little bit more capacity. But they cover that with the cost of the subscription to onboard more people, right? So inflation affects things differently depending on how hard it is to make those things, right? The harder it is to make those things, the more inflation NCA forces. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of other factors that contribute to that, guys. That makes sense. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't have an economics degree or anything like that. I just know a little bit here and there from books and videos that I watch. But I know enough to be dangerous, right? I'm not a financial advisor, all that good stuff. This is not financial advice, of course. It's just us having a conversation. And from our experiment so far, from our case study, saving in Bitcoin so far has gotten us closer to whatever goal we're gonna have, if we were to have a goal. Say I was saving for a brand new kayak paddle. I'm a chatbot. Nice. California forced. Yeah. Yep. More difficult to make. Yep. I'm a chatbot. That's funny. No, but it's true, dude. Like, you have to start looking at things that are. Anyway, so we're SAT millionaires, and the point here would be, for example, if we were saving for something that was going to cost us $300 at $10 a day, we're already there, right? We started saving here. I mean, from here you still have to pay capital. You'll have to pay capital gains tax if you sell this. So you want more gains, enough gains to cover what you want to buy, and then still have enough to cover the taxes, right? So yeah. Anyway, so same thing. These numbers will continue to separate, and we'll see what happens. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so if you're saving for something, saving Bitcoin, you'll get there sooner. From so far, the tests show so far, Bitcoin might drop to like 24,000 or 28,000. Who knows? If it does, I'll be happy because I can buy more SATs cheaper, right? If it keeps going up, I'll be a little bit sad actually if it keeps going up because I want to buy more SATs at a discount. But with everything that's happening, it's gonna be difficult for it to come back down. If it does, I'll be ready to buy more. Look at we got in at 18,000. No, we got in at 27. What's our cheapest buy? Like 25? Yeah, 25,800, 25,800. That was a good buy at 25,800. That was when we quadrupled up, I think. That's crazy. It is a trip. All right. That's all I got for you guys as far as the show. Stay tuned for after the credits, and we'll hang out and do some more Q&A if you guys want to hang out for a little bit. There we go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:15 Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you here. Oh, tomorrow might be wait, what's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's show might be around 8:30 because we have a long show for a different show that I do that might go over in time. So I'll see you guys here about 8:15, maybe 8:30, 8:45. We'll be here stacking, and results show exactly. All right, let's close this baby out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Are they gone yet? That's funny. Yeah, I've been looking at that stuff. It's amazing, dude. Hold on, give me a second. I have a jet flying overhead right now. I put together like I put together a list of videos that are good to watch. I'll put them in the Discord, and then I'll put them in the Discord so you guys can check those out if you want. Yeah, it's a crazy time to be alive. Crazy time to be alive. It's good. It's a good time to be alive. All right, boys. I have the show tomorrow for Spotty Ball, and then be back here stacking SATS. If you guys have any questions at any point, hit me up in the Discord or just message me, and we'll figure it out. I think we're making progress. What do you guys think? Should we keep the show going? It's I'm enjoying it. I think YouTube algorithm is broken right now. I do not get any other Bitcoin shows offered to me. That's interesting. Maybe I need to work on my. I started putting out shorts to see if that helps. I think the shorts get a lot more views, and then that should hopefully start to grow this channel. I got like I put a short out today and it got like 1 subscriber. So like the shorts do pretty well. You been getting a bunch, Leonard? Nice. Sorry. So when you guys start getting these videos suggested to you, you guys avoid all of the stuff that's trying to get you to like invest in altcoins and crap like that. All that is, that's the stuff that that's the stuff that'll get you in trouble. As far as like don't get me wrong, there's opportunities there to make money, but it's like a gamble, right? There's like any other coin that's not Bitcoin is considered an altcoin. People that are Bitcoiners call altcoins SHIT coins. I say poop coins, but you can say whatever you want. And it's because those coins are just, you could take, since Bitcoin is open source, you could take the source code, modify it to make it to improve it or make it different in one way or another, including the supply limit, including how it works. But the idea is the same, right? You can make a network, but you'll never have the first to market advantage that Bitcoin had, right? Like the market cap of all the other coins compared to Bitcoin is like nothing. The only reason that Bitcoin, the only reason that those coins go up in value is whenever Bitcoin is going up in value. Like there's just extra money and people like are trying to diversify, right? But don't diversify into poop coins. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's basically, think of Bitcoin as a way for people to steal your money, a way for people to steal your Bitcoin. Okay. Actually, this is a good time to share this with you guys. I put this in Discord under the articles section where it says Bitcoin basics, and it's here. It is everyone is a poop coiner. No, everyone is a scammer. Everyone is a scammer. Trust nobody, not even me. Okay. Here, I'll show it to you guys real quick. It's an article by the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. By Michael Goldstein. It's an old article, but it's cool. Everyone is a scammer. Okay. There's a war going. Okay, so I'll let you guys read it. It's pretty cool. Endless scammers everywhere. Lists of hacks, scams, and thefts. So it's a good read, guys. Go check it out. Investment scammers. Orders and scammers. I want to watch that movie now. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, gentlemen. I got mountain bike videos, fishing videos, and some hockey stuff. Okay, very nice. All right, go read. Everyone's a Scammer. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna reread it tonight so we can talk about it tomorrow. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Oh, I know what we're doing. No. Tomorrow we're gonna do. Well, I'll just show you that. I'll show you this real quick. No, tomorrow we'll do it. My Swan account is getting close to. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. My Swan account is getting closer to. Yeah. So I have my auto withdrawal set up to my cold storage device. Every 0.01 Bitcoin, right? And even though I have the Bitcoin, it has to clear because I've been buying it a little bit at a time. So I think in a couple of days, the latest amount of Bitcoin that I purchased will clear, and then I'll be able to withdraw it. So it's gonna auto withdraw. So I have it set to 0.01. Your auto withdrawal plan is active, and then here it tells you like how much needs to clear before you get there. So I'm at 99%, and then just a couple more sats to put me over the 0.1%. Get me to 0.1%. Sorry, get me to 0.01 Bitcoin, and then that'll trigger the threshold, and it'll withdraw my Bitcoin from Swan to my wallet. Now, the thing I'm not sure of is if it's gonna cost me, if they're gonna pay the fee, or if I'm gonna pay the fee. I think they pay the fee, but I'll double check once the transaction happens and let you guys know when it happens. Maybe like in a couple of days. But that's kind of cool. So yeah, it's a full solution. Auto buy Bitcoin and auto withdraw it when it's to 0.01 Bitcoin. All right. I'm gonna go have dinner, and then I'll see you guys online. I'll probably come back and stream some of that new game. It's gonna be intense. All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Later.